one of the worst racing weekends of my life. Crash on track, technical problems, crash on the road, another crash on the track, the car destroyed, we finished the budget and I got injured. Happy 2023, everyone. Anyway, let's go back a couple of days because, right, you also want to understand how such a disaster was possible. New year, new team, new race car. So, I already introduced you the new race car. Forget about it now. We still need to put all the sponsors. So, you already know the race car. If you don't know it, it's the Midget Italian series. If you don't know all the specs, watch the other video. So, we are preparing everything for the weekend. It's Friday morning. There are many drivers I know who went from legend cars to midgets. So, it's gonna be fun. Anyway, I need my racing suit because it's time to drive. This is it, March 21, 2023. Racing is Life begins. And it never started so early. This is a new adventure in a truly spectacular new championship. The car that I already introduced you in the test video is the Midget. 220 horsepower, Renault Clio RS engine, 6-speed sequential gearbox, 910 kilograms with driver, super hard semi-slick tires, and no differential. It's truly fun to drive. Apart from this, I don't drive alone, but I race together with Ian Rocca, which is my friend, former European freestyle skiing champion, who will join me in this beautiful adventure. So for each weekend we will do one free practice, one qualifying and 2 races each. And in a moment I will explain you the ranking and scoring, how they work, because this system is super genius. First practice 1, I'll go in first. In the testing we went mega fast. Just consider that in Mugello I went 0.3 of a second faster than last year's pole, and that's super promising. Okay, I've already done a few laps, times are good, and I see in the mirrors a car which is approaching me super fast. You don't see it? Whoa, 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 look at that, look at how easily he passed me. He's one of the French guys, he looks like Damiani. Let's try to follow him to see if I'm fast enough to keep the slipstream. But look at this, look at how much he's accelerating faster than me on the straight. Wait a second, let's check here. In this driven part, full throttle here, look at that. I'm losing too much on the straight and I don't understand why. The difference is just insane. I mean, it's not that he's faster than me, maybe it's that I'm slower than him. Do we have a problem that I don't know yet? Am I wrong or is my car missing a part? No guys, really, where did the skirt go?
Perché non ho proprio idea?
Ma come non hai idea?
Che ne so, io no.
Ma in che senso non ne hai idea?
L'uscita dal torrentino forse.
Percezione di ciò che accade zero.
Infatti, non me l'avete montata voi.
Pensavo l'avessi fatto
Guarda
per una
non
questione di aerodinamica in realtà.
So we have a problem, which is called windows. We don't have the windows and we lose too much speed on the straight. We just hope they have the spare parts, otherwise the whole weekend is screwed up.
Okay, somewhere it will be over. I just hope they bring it back because it's quite expensive, that part. Anyway, we have to solve the speed problem. So the engines are all the same. So what's different? Well, I noticed one thing, that the French guy who passed me, as well as many other cars, have the new window and rear window kits, which is an optional upgrade, okay? And maybe with those you have a better aerodynamic and you can go faster on the straight. I mean, I just have no other explanation. So let's go to buy them at the parts store.
So the problem is that we needed a kit where we change the whole door, because these are just, you know, the windscreens are just the windows, but without the support. So I don't know how can we fix it. But anyway, it's better than nothing.
Okay, so how the hell are we going to attach them to the doors if we are missing the complete kit with all the framing? And then there's another problem, because if you attach them, you're not anymore able to open the doors from the outside, because the hook is in the inside. What a mess.
Allora, Damiani,
No,
lui c'ha
quelli
anche qua e lì dietro. Quelli no, non aiutano.
No, quelli fanno solo casino. E serve dello spurgo da qualche parte. Qui c'è una parte turbolenta.
Ok.
Non c'è una parte normale, tranquilla.
But why didn't we get the upgrade? Well, the reason is simple, because given the lap times we did in testing, never did any of us think that we wouldn't be competitive. So if you're going faster than anyone else in the test, why would you change the car? Nobody will do that. But apart from this, more importantly, are the windows really going to be the problem? We just don't know. What a bad start.
Here we have the reference of the poleman. I mean, the fastest guy. We're losing everything on the straight. It's like a disaster. So I hope we can fix it with the windows.
Woohoo! Let's go! Aerodynamics.
Whatever, we'll find a solution, as always. Meanwhile, look who's here from the Legend Cars.
I primi due intrusi delle Legend li conoscete già.
Eccoli qua.
Lui lo conoscete già, lui non l'avete visto al Mugello, ma cosa avete combinato?
Diciamo che non siamo partiti bene.
No.
Siamo partiti alla Naska, mettiamola così.
Cioè,
No, abbiamo fatto 4-5 giri e il motore è iniziato a perdere olio. Adesso in teoria abbiamo risolto il problema, ma in teoria.
a volte.
Nel nostro non c'era più.
I girasoli c'erano.
Buono. Quello di girasoli per friggere c'era dentro.
Esatto. Vabbè, andiamo
Olio di palma.
continuiamo il nostro giro. Allora. E poi anche lui dalle Legend è venuto
Allora.
qua.
Com'è?
Il grande Gaggianese.
Grande.
Oh, allora, io dico, mi sposto, no, per cercare di vincere un campionato. Arrivate tutti a rompere i coglioni.
Un 4-5 il cappello.
Miseria. C'è anche. Oh, vabbè, ecco chi è l'altro.
Eccolo lì, guarda.
Come quelli
Ho
veri.
fatto una stronzata.
Non ce la fa ad alzarsi da solo.
La schiena.
L'ho detto a Gaggianesi, io mi vado a fare un altro campionato dicendo magari riesco a vincere una volta. No, venite tutti a rompere.
No, tu sei come il Signore. Hai i discepoli e le discepoli ti seguono. E il tentativo è quello di punzecchiare.
Ma mi dovete seguire sui social, non in pista.
Io ti seguo sui social.
Guarda, un
Follower.
maledetto.
Sono un follower.
Quello fai bene. Okay, so I've been downgraded from driver to cameraman because I need to film Ian, and they gave a red flag, and the only car who didn't come back is ours.
What a disaster. What a disaster. The more I look at the car, the more I realize that the damage is big. That looks really bad. The question is, do we have the parts?
Noi abbiamo un cambio di ricambi, però gli ammortizzatori.
L'unica roba che non avete, Diego.
No, solo quest'anno possono girare. Dall'anno prossimo hanno cambiato.
Ok, però voi non avete ammortizzatori di scorta, quelli italiani. No,
Però ce l'abbiamo, insomma li troviamo.
Ho distrutto la macchina. Però io sono intero, per cui me la prendo sul ridere. Ma
Era meglio se ti spaccavi tu piuttosto che la macchina, no?
culo.
Okay, we take it for a laugh, but the situation is really dramatic. So, the car is French, and the spare parts are handled directly by France. There have been several technical updates this year, so those cars who have not been updated, like ours, are not compatible with some of the spare parts. And I thought it was a joke, but it's not. There's a concrete possibility that we will not be able to repair the car by tomorrow. We just have to hope that the team can find all the spare parts. And even before that, we have to figure out what happened to crash so hard in the slowest corner of the track.
do you wanna know what happened exactly? My friend Ian explains it in detail in his channel, but the point is, we can't figure it out exactly. We don't know. He was using new brake pads, so he needed to break them in for the first few laps. He did it a bit. We are on lap 4, and as soon as he brakes in hairpin, all the 4 wheels lock up.
and he keeps pumping on the brakes, but the wheels remain locked. So the car becomes uncontrollable and he ends up in the wall. He did everything he could to avoid the crash, but it didn't work. So the question is, why did they lock up and remain locked? Brake system failure, wrong breaking in of the pads, which led the pads to stick to the disc and lock the tires. Considering that we're not allowed to put sensors on the brakes, we don't know. The only thing we know is that there is a disaster to fix. A race against time begins to repair the car. The hardest part is not rebuilding it, but finding the spare parts. The work is long, the unknowns are many, and the night falls in Vallelunga. Yes. Qualifying tomorrow morning at 10. This is the situation. Not good at all. The car is not a car anymore. There are two wheels at least. Our problems this morning were the sponsors, but we have nowhere to put the sponsor right now. It's fixable. That's what they say. But for example, we still haven't figured out how to put the windows. We really have no idea. But they will find a solution, I guess. And that's it. I think they will work until 4 a.m. What are drivers without mechanics? Well, I just laugh to keep from crying. So these are some of the parts broken in the crash. Arms, spindle, front frame, water cooler, oil cooler, fans, manifolds, miniskirt, nose, hood, shock absorber, and icing on the cake, the steering box. But why icing on the cake? Well, because the spare part that they got has different measurements than the old one, because it's an upgrade. So to fit it on the car, they had to hand weld the steering column to the steering. A few hours work turned into a nightmare for the mechanics, who continue to not know if they will be able to fix it in time for qualifying. So, is the car ready or not? Man, we have qualifying in 1 hour.
Carico e mollo, mi raccomando.
Facciamo tutto! Ci hai avuto tanta roba da fare quindi alla fine.
Così. Tutta la scatola lo spezzo, tutto il
Me l'ha detto. Ma che ora avete finito? È finito?
No, non ha.
Non avete...
Tutta oltranza.
A che ora avete staccato?
No, neanche stacchi.
Non avete dormito?
No.
Zero? Minchia ragazzi.
1 ora e 4
Grazie, davvero.
1 ora, 2 ore.
Al muso? Ah, guardalo qua. Come Mercedes aveva finito i pezzi siamo diventati Audi. Ma l'avete già usata che vedo 2 vespe spiaccicate qua? Ti manda a cagare.
Rocca, hai riposato?
Come un bambino. Dopo che Albi mi ha detto che la macchina la sistemavano, ho dormito.
Che figa, 4G devono essere stati stancanti ieri.
Ho mal di collo che guarda, la metà va.
Car finished reassembling at the last second before qualifying. The mechanics worked a miracle, and when they were done, they just burst into tears for the stress. Big kudos to them for their incredible work.
P3 to P16. Yeah, yesterday I almost did the fastest lap time and now we're 16th. I mean, they rebuilt the car as they could, but there was no time to make the toe, so probably the toe was wrong. The car was low on the straight. It had massive understeer. So now they are just opening the toe. They're improvising.
There is not much to say. It's a total disaster. The car was 1 second slower than yesterday, so I will start 16th and Ian 24th. After this, the mechanics reviewed the car and we were off by half a degree of camber and 2 centimeters of toe. A car like that is simply impossible to drive fast, because with that toe it's braking on the straight. It's just raining on the wet. Because on top of all this we have the engine problem. So guess what? The speed problem wasn't the windows. Yeah, it was something not working in the engine, which we still don't know. Yeah, we realized this because there are cars in front of us which were going much faster, which don't have windows. And the most dramatic thing is this. Look at the results of my free practice. I had the 3rd fastest time, 3/10 from the pole position, but look at the sectors. I have the record in the 3rd sector, record in the 4th sector, which are all the driven ones, where I can make a difference, while I lose 3/10 in the 2nd and 3/10 in the 1st. And do you wanna know what it is? The sector 1 is from the finish line until the first braking. You do it completely flat, so I lose 3/10 of a second in just pure speed. It's not possible, guys. It's not possible. It goes like this. This is racing. This is motorsport. The most important thing is to react to the problems that arise. And today I'm here to react. I start 16th. Okay, I can't do anything about that. I can only come up with one of my usual mega comebacks and gain as many positions as possible to be ready for race 3. Wait, race 3? But race 2? Okay, yeah, you're right. I have to explain you how the championship works, because the system is simply genius. So, there are 2 grids, grid A and grid B, but it's not like the 2 grids of Euro NASCAR, where you have the Pro and the 2, which are 2 separate championships. No, here we have really 2 grids with separate races, but which count for the same standings. 2 grids, 1 standings. So, we have 4 races per weekend. Race 1, race 2, race 3, race 4. And you can choose 3 options. Either you race in grid A, so you do race 1 and race 3, or you race in grid B, so you do race 2 and race 4, or you race all 4 races. So if you have a lot of money, you can run 4 races. But if you want to split the budget, you just do 2 races and share the car with another driver. Okay, but what about the points? Because those who run 4 races would score twice the points as those who do 2 races, right? Well, listen to this because it's brilliant. The drivers who only do 2 races get full points, while those who do all 4 races, they get half of the points. So, if you race only in A and win all the races, you make 40 plus 40, 80 points. And what if you race the A and the B and win all 4 races? You take 40 plus 40 divided by 2, plus 40 plus 40 divided by 2, which makes 80 points. So regardless of which grid you race, you still score points for the same ranking. And the level of the grids is pretty much the same. And that's brilliant! Because this way you can share the car, like Ian and I do, and split the costs. But still, despite driving the same car in different races, we are opponents for the same championship. I just want to applaud the promoters because they created a simply genius system. Anyway, let's think about me. 20 minutes, 16 positions to make up with an engine that doesn't go. That's an impossible feat. There we go! Ready for the start! It's not the start that I wanted, but it's what I have, so I have to do my best to try and fix the situation. I start 17th, I don't even see the traffic light. Differently from the NASCAR, as soon as it turns green, I can overtake. I do not have to wait for the finish line, so I will have to do my best. Whoa, it's green. I didn't see the traffic light, but the start was not that bad anyway. I have to make as many overtakes as possible, at least in this first lap. Really, I don't have to lose time. Look at this. I will try to get inside in the fast corner. Whoa, what I risk. At least I gain a couple positions. Now I have to take the slipstream of the car in front of me. Let's try to see what happens now in the next corner. The Cimini, I have to cover the inside. I'll have to wait for some cars to go wide. That's it. One car, two cars wide. I have to follow the inner line, which is the fastest one. I have to take this. Whoa, 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 whoa. We almost touched. We almost crashed into each other. But look at this. Look at the engine. I have no power, no top speed. Look at the yellow car in front of me, how faster it is than me. Now I have to brake in this very tight hairpin, 180 degrees turn, U-turn. I have to go all the way into the inside to try and defend my position. But one of the French guys, the number 69, he took all the way in the outside and gained another position. I'm losing really too much time. Look at how messy it is. The group in front of me. Ooh, the yellow car hits the bump. I just hope he didn't break anything. And the 69 passed him in the inside. I have to try to pass in the outside in this right hairpin here. But another blue and red car trying to pass me once more, once again, in the inside line. Guys, I'm really losing so much time in this fight. It's fun, no doubt, but I'm losing time. What a mess. I survived the first lap. I have no idea how many overtakes I did, but once more it's clear that the engine is not pushing, and I just don't know why. There's nothing I can do. I can just push as much as I can. And so I push, and so I fight, and so I try to overtake as many cars. Oh man! Ooh, what a risk. Guys, please let me finish the race without crashes. Please, I need it. Anyway, I passed the 69. Look at how faster he is than me. We get once more to the fastest corner. He goes all the way in the inside. I keep the throttle open in the outside. Whoa! What did I do? What a risk I took. Now I have to defend the position. I have to brake as hard as possible in this corner called the Cimini. A little bit of luck up in the inside tire. And then I messed it in the exit. Wow, he didn't. He also touched me. He even hit me. And I lost the position once more. Damn it, I made a mistake there. This is one of the worst situations I can find myself into, because I'm fighting with that car. The blue car is trying to overtake me once more in the outside, but he didn't make it. It's not a good situation, really, because I'm losing so much time. It's hard to fight with a car which is faster than you on the straight, but slower than you in the corners. This is exactly the worst situation possible. Fighting against a car which is 1 second per lap slower than you, but which goes faster on the straight. I'm just losing so much time. Much faster on the corners. Look at this, look at how faster than him I exited. I even touch him, I even push him just to say, let me go, let me pass, and that it is. He left the door open in the inside, so I went in. Now it's so important to exit as fast as possible and not give the slipstream to the car number 69. He sucks all the slipstream that he can. I stay all the way into the inside to get the best trajectory in the fast corner. He tries to approach it in the outside, but he lifts and I'm ahead. I am in the front, and that's it. Oh, finally, I made it. Now I can drive my pace, hammer time. Let's try to catch the cars in front. Okay, the cars ahead is Desideri, my teammate, which is the last year vice champion, and he was so unlucky because he lost the championship against Jankevičius, finishing with the same points, same number of victories, and they had to pick up like the number of second places or podiums. That was so unlucky. Anyway, his engine as well is not working, so sorry Matteo, you're the only one I can catch the slipstream. My dear teammate, I understand you don't know how much, but we are opponent and I will try to overtake you. I take you all the slipstream in the fast corner. I exit a bit faster than you. I try to overtake you in the inside. He doesn't cover, he doesn't defend, And that's it, boom! Come on! Guys, I can't believe it. In just 4 laps, I went from P17 to P9. Is the podium impossible to imagine? For me, no. Maybe with the safety car? Okay, I'm pushing so hard, I almost approached the group in front of me. They are fighting each other. I see the yellow car, which is touched by the blue car. What's he doing? What the fuck are you doing? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I swear I can't believe it. How can you do something like that? Let's watch it again. So, he spins because he was touched by the blue car. So, he was no guilty. I mean, unlucky. And at that point, he decides to do the burnout like in Formula 1 to rejoin the race, which is fine. They do it in Formula 1. But when you do that, you must check that nobody's coming, because the regulation states that if you want to rejoin the track, you must do it in a safe way. And what does he do? He perpendicularly moves from the left to the right of the track, completely blocking me. He mistakes the burnout, crosses the track perpendicularly once more, and rejoins all the way to the left. I just have no words. Really. 7 cars overtook me. 7! You have no idea how angry I am. I really can't stand throwing away a race just for a stupid maneuver like that. And look at the yellow car, he's even retiring from the race. Good, great news, thank you about that, thank you so much. Now I have to redo everything I did in the first part of the race. I don't even know which position I am, I really have no idea. We just covered the position of the top left part of the screen, just so you can feel what I'm feeling right now. I really have no idea. I can be 15th, 20th, 30th. Really, I just don't know. Anyway, I just have to push. I will do my best to try and rejoin, to try and recover all the position that I lost. And that's it. Look at this. I can't even catch the slipstream of the car in front. So guess what? I'll just have to wait for the driven part of the circuit to the slow part and try to redo everything from scratch. Okay, we got to the slow part of the circuit. I overtook immediately one car, which probably didn't put the first gear, so he had no acceleration out there. Good, like that. Look at how many cars I have now in front. It's going to be hard, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be dangerous, but I have no other way, no other option than try and risk everything I can. Now, next car, next target, the white car in front of me. Good exit from a hairpin. Let's try to see what happens now in the S. I'm super fast in the driven, in a slow part, so look at this. I'm even pushing him to say go, let me pass or go or push. Now he covers the inside, I will try in the outside. He moves on the outside. Why that? Why that maneuver? Now he crossed the line. Better traction, but why that? Man, a bit of a dirty maneuver. But there was a misunderstanding in that point, because yeah, I pushed him in the previous corner. He got a bit nervous, he closed me. Then after the race, he came to my truck. We just talked and cleared everything out, so I really appreciate that. And I can also understand that if you're not used to feel people pushing you, you may get nervous. At the beginning, I used to do so yeah. But then when I started racing legend cars and NASCARs, where pushing the other cars is normal, I got used to it. Anyway, everything cleared, so let's keep pushing. In front of me, another yellow car of the Leo Racing team. It looks like a deja vu. Well, it's actually not. He tried to cover the inside and he probably gave up, so I can go all the way inside to gain another position. Boom, come on, another out. Okay, I catched the other car in front. I must pass as many cars as possible, because the more positions I gain, the better I will start in race 3. So it's so important to pass this car. We get once again to the hairpin, the same corner where the last year they made me lose the Euro NASCAR Championship with a stupid maneuver. And today Okay, once more. They made me lose one race with a stupid maneuver. Look at this. He missed the gear, probably. Anyway, another car passed, another position gained. Oh, another one out. Now, in normal conditions, I would take the slipstream of the car ahead, but these are not normal conditions, so I will just have to wait for the third sector. Okay, I catch Ferloni and I have to try to overtake him in any way. He leaves the door in the inside open so I can try to pass him there in the curb. He was so tall, so high, I almost lost the car. Now we get to the right hairpin. He has the advantage of the inside line, so he has a better advantage in the exit. Now he covers the inside in the small hairpin, so I will try to cross the line in the exit. Like this, full throttle down in the first gear, not enough traction. He covers once again the inside, in the ass. Nothing more to do. Now, in a normal situation, I would take the slipstream and overtake him easily on the straight, but today it's something I can't do, so I have to just exit as close as possible to his car, try to get as much slipstream as possible. Look at this, I had a better line, better traction, better exit, but even like that, I can't pass him. Now, I'll try to take the slipstream and I have an idea in mind. Let's try to see if it works. We get to the fastest corner of the circuit, almost 200 kilometers an hour. In here, I lose all the grip on the rear, no load on the rear ring. But look at this, I will try to fake the attack in the inside. Then once again, I go to the outside and he made a mistake and he went wide. Yes, it always works. Come on. Final lap of the race, final 28 seconds, final 2 sectors. I want to get another position from the yellow car in front of me. Let's see if I can overtake him. He goes so wide in this corner, he's so pushing to the limit. He covers the inside in this very tight left corner. I try to break in the outside, then cross the line, try to exit as fast as possible, but he was good. He had a better traction than me, so he was able to defend 6 corner to the end. I can't try and overtake him now, so what did I do? I go wide. I try to wait if he goes wide, but he didn't go wide. So let's see what happens now in the small hairpin to the left. He covers the inside like hell. So once more, I go wide. I try to cross the line to have a better traction in the exit. I had a better traction, but it wasn't enough, so I can't risk an attack in the S. So let's see what happens now at the exit of the chicane. He exits properly. He had a good exit from this corner. I really have no way to try and attack him. In the last corner of the race, I tried to make a wide line to have a better traction in the exit, but nothing more. I couldn't do it, and I'm wondering, why are the mechanics celebrating on the pit wall? Why? That was not a good race. You guys from home probably enjoyed the race. Well, I did not. I mean, yeah, it was fun to overtake and all the stuff, but that maneuver really pissed me off like hell. Luckily, the cameraman didn't make it in time to catch me getting out of the car, because I was really so angry.
Mi ha passato mezz'ora a farmi parlare davanti. Io mi sono fermato e mi hanno passato tutti.
How can you not be pissed off after everything you build up in a race, taking big risks, is undone by something like that? Which I didn't even go to protest, because what was I going to get? He withdrew from the race. He will start last in the next one. So what penalty can you give him? You make it stand for the pits, you put weight on the car, whatever. Thinking about my race, I find out at this point that I finished 10th. That's a disaster, really. But in all of this, I keep wondering, why celebrate a race where everything went wrong? Well, the reason is simple. We'll have a reversed grid in race 3. Yes, I didn't know that, I just found it out. The grid for race 3 is given by the finishing order of race 1, but with the top 10 inverted. So having finished P10, I will start on pole. Ha! That explains why they were celebrating. So now I have in my hands a concrete chance to win race 3. Well, not really, because do you know what happens when you start first? With a rolling start, with 27 cars behind you, with an engine that doesn't push? Well, what happens is that in the acceleration you get passed by everyone, and this is the result. In the next video, you will find out what 36,000 euros of damages look like, and the season that might be over in the first race.